Kelly at ellek.com. I hope you're having a great week, or at least had a good week. The image in front of you is from Colorado Craft Company. It's called Lovely Legs. And I started doodling last night with watercolors. And remember, I purchased this and went ahead and decided to stamp her down and color her in. Took a little time on the clouds and, wanted to make it a happy stamp. Technically, this stamp has quite a few sympathy sentiments to it, but a lot of us do like walking in the rain. I enjoy walking in the rain and listening to the rain. So, that's where this stamp was born. So, or the image and the idea behind sublimating it on polyester canvas. So, yeah, I went ahead and tried to make her as happy as possible. Yellow raincoat, hot red boots. So, you're going to see that I have her kind of hidden. I didn't want the entire image on my final product. So I just kind of cropped it temporarily to show you what is going to be on the canvas itself. And the entire image itself, I've got a lot of browns and oranges in the background to kind of make it look a little bit, gloomy weather, and that's kind of hidden. You can't really, tell that at this point, but you will when she's sublimated. The image itself is a little over a little over 2 inches wide, and about 5.5 inches tall on cardstock. Now it is going to be printed out on 13 by 19 inch paper. Unfortunately, the canvas that I have is 10 by 20. So the width, I'm going to go at 12 inches, which will wrap around the stretcher bars. But the length is, the width is going to be 12 inches wide, which I can wrap around. But unfortunately, the length is only going to be able to come out to 19 inches. And the canvas is 20 inches long. So I'm going to have to remedy that situation when it comes. And but it'll work out. Typically, you just want to push through. Here's a look at the full image. As I said, I have some browns and oranges in the background. So the final substrate is going to look gloomier than what the cardstock looks like. Watercolor, when it is printed on substrate, is a lot more vibrant, and but she'll end up looking really, really good. And so let's go ahead and get started on our project. Okay, everybody, so we're back. I've printed out my image. Here she is. I wish I could, give you a full scale. Unfortunately, my camera is at its limit. So what's going to happen is this is the canvas, and you can see that she's going to be a tad shy as far as the length is concerned, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. And the width is good. I'm going to be able to wrap the width around. She's my main focus, and I guess she's just going to have a white border top and bottom. I don't, there's just no other way to do it other than piece her together. I don't want to go and do that, so I'm just going to do the best I can. Now, the colors look washed out, but this is sublimation printing. Once the heat hits the ink, it turns into a gas. Okay, and then you take the heat off, and the ink will adhere to the substrate. Okay, just I've explained it before. That's the science behind it. But she'll be beautiful. She'll be vibrant and lovely. Now this is the
these are the stretcher bars I'm going to be using. This is not the canvas I'll be using. My substrate is made out of polyester for adherence purposes, which I purchased from Condi. Hey Condi, shout out. And we'll go ahead and print a big enough substrate to accommodate the print. Okay, and just to give you an idea as to the scale on the printing, this is her printed, and this is her original form. Like I said, she came from Colorado Craft Company. I don't know if they're going to start a series called Lovely Legs or if they have started. I just know that when I saw this stamp, you know, I love the rain. I love walking in the rain. I love listening to the rain hit the roof. You know, and I didn't want it to be, you know, a sympathetic image. As you'll see, there are quite a few sentiments here as far as, you know, with heartfelt sympathy from the Colorado Craft Company. I wanted this to be a little happier. I know it's stormy, but you know, like I said, she's got on her yellow, her blue-green umbrella, so we're going to make her happy. So I'll meet you over at the heat press, and we'll go ahead and press her to the substrate. See you soon. All right, so we're back. Heat press is heated to 390 degrees. The first thing we have to do is take our substrate, put it on the press. All right. Take our butcher paper, put it on top. Pull down the lever and it will pre-press for 30 seconds. The pre-press is so that the moisture comes out of your substrate. I'm not really sure why that's important. I just know that, you know, if you don't want to gum up the works of your beautiful image, you're going to follow the rules. One of the rules is moisture comes out of your substrate. That includes t-shirts, lawn flags, canvas, anything that you're sublimating. All right, so go ahead and pull that up. Take off the paper. Let this cool for a minute. All right. Okay. Let that cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back. All right, we're going to take our image, our beautiful girl walking in the rain. And what I decided to do was, you know, instead of having these big goobery straight lines top and bottom, I decided to just go ahead and kind of make it wavy. You'll notice I've, you know, kind of torn it in layers so that it kind of softens the edges just a little bit so they're not, you know, too harsh. So I'm hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes. So instead of putting her down with yards and yards of heat tape, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Dye Trans Pro Spray. I use it all the time for bigger objects like this, and we just give her a small little spray. Try to do it over a trash can because the stuff is adhesive. But for purposes of this video, I tend to spray it up in the air and not in the garbage. So I'm going to lay her down on the substrate as evenly as possible. Make sure she's got plenty of space over and under. Okay. And again, this is why the butcher paper or your protective paper on the bottom is so important, because she's face down and she's gonna get some transfer on there, but not on your plate. All right, so we put our butcher paper on top, and now when I pull down the top plate, and it will have to press for 60 seconds. was just a project I came up with doodling last night, so I put something together. Didn't know what I was going to do for my next YouTube video, and this is it. You can tell it's football season, almost. I think our first game is next week. Go Dolphins. And while we're waiting, let me tell you the importance behind the heat gloves, because this thing is going to be hot once it comes up. Safety first, of course, but again, the all-important manicure. Cannot screw up the manicure, because your fingernails are going to look really bad for, a couple weeks before you can go back in. So we're down to 13 seconds, and I think she's going to be beautiful. Her colors are going to be vibrant. I know she looked a little funny at first, but she'll be great. You'll notice all of the washes. Alright, here she is. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but on the background of the image I had a lot of browns. I was trying to make it look like a gray, stormy day. The clouds are above her. I think she looks pretty great. I don't know how she's going to look on that canvas, but we'll find out. So anyway, there she is, and I will come back when she's been assembled on the canvas, so cross your fingers. Thank you. Okay, everybody, so here's our girl. I have to hold her sideways because, my camera only goes so high. Like I said, I unfortunately did not can't print past 19 inches. So there's a border on both ends. I decided I was going to, tear the paper both top and bottom. And because I didn't want, really harsh straight lines on there. So I don't know, maybe I made a mistake. I don't think so. But I did tweak the colors a little bit when I was in Paint Shop Pro. I really wanted these clouds to stand out. Okay, I put a little time and effort into making them as gloomy as possible, even though we want her to look just as sunshiny as can be. The weather needed to speak for itself. So it was a gray, rainy day, and she was just having a good time. So anyway, the back of my picture, I always try to finish them so that they look, semi-professional, but I do make sure everything is stretched over the stretcher bars, all the corners look good. Make sure that I have backing paper on here, and, of course, sawtooth hanger at the top, so I can go ahead and hang her up. But I'm calling her done. I'm happy with her, and I hope you learned something from this YouTube video, and any comments are appreciated. If you can offer any advice or suggestions, or if you have any questions, of course, let me know. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a good day.